Alright, there we go. Took a little bit longer because yeah, there's this thing called food, and apparently you need to eat it every once in a while, otherwise your body's like, fuck you, so yeah, it took a few minutes more, but we're here, we're live, we're gonna work on some cars. And welcome to the Bent Wrench. Got several of those downstairs, specifically bent though, so I can get into certain places on certain vehicles. Oh, you load, you little bitch. Not sure what we're stepping off into either because I don't remember what the fuck I left off with, so could be a little bit anything. What's up, David? God, this game loads so slow. So slow. Like trying to tap the monitor like, hey, you can make it to the other quarter of the way. I got faith. But it's slowly being lost. And there it goes right now. Oh, hold on. We've got ambient sound. Where the hell? There's my mouse. Way to go, Playway. Come on. Unfist fuck yourself. Oh. There we go, we're in. Check it out, we got a Pagani over here. And we have a piece of shit car, which, what do we gotta do to it? Oh, look at that. A lot of stuff that we gotta do to it. Alright, so everything has to be done. Oh, this is a storage job, isn't it? Last trip was a bit too much for my car, lost a little bit of weight. Told by the place to ship. This is all because I had the wrong tires fitted. No, I've already done this fucking mission before. What the hell? Repair or replace body parts. Well, what on it is all jacked up? Ah, fuck it, let's get in the air, see what's wrong with it. So I'm guessing that it's gonna be suspension components? Notice the body parts, alright. Right rear door window, right front door window, right body window A, and a right side mirror. So this is what, a Grand Club? So let's get those done first. Olson, why is it fucking scrolling down? I'm being a douche. Because my pedals are hooked. I'm about to hold my foot on it. Right window A. The hell's the other one at? Right front door window, right rear door window, and then what the hell is it? Right side mirror. Okay, so is that's the right side mirror, and that one actually looks alright. What's wrong with all this glass? Looks perfectly freaking fine. It is fine. I'm gonna be a little cluster. Seriously, the parts were at 100%. Why is it like seriously? They were all at 100. Oh, free money. Now this is pretty cool here. In your inventory now, like when you do shit, you get crates that unlock stuff. So It's kind of cool to mess around with those, but we do know that we need to get in here. Oh, I already took the fan out. Oh, we're starting to see some of the problems here. Let's get this junker up on the lift. Now, he said something about tires. Have the wrong tires fitted. Please fit or install the correct off-road tires of the car. Well, dude, you already got fucking off-road tires on it. Ah, boy. Let's look at some busted-ass parts here. That's broken. Imagine that. That's shot. 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 Probably gonna be shot. Probably shot. Oh no, surprisingly it's not shot, but it's not exactly good. Shot. Put it across there. Let's look at our axle. That's in decent shape. Now we don't know about bushing, so we'll just kind of... Actually, no, we can actually look at this too. I can tell already though by looking at the steering rack that it's shot, and this probably is too. Yep, bad. Not so bad. That looks pretty bad. Oh, that one's alright. That's okay. This is shot. That looks like it's shot. This looks like it's pretty fucked. Damn, dude, what the hell did you freaking hit? Take a look at the hub. Hub's good. Brakes are okay. So we know everything inside of there is good. We're gonna have to yank apart. Yeah, that looks like ass. We know this is shot. We gotta just assemble this first. Drop the lower control arm out. And take out the drive axle. And try to remember, yes, the steering knuckle and the tie rod was shot. And I'm gonna check the whatchamacallit over there, power steering rack. After we get this tore down to where we can fuck you. After we get all this tore out and we can get this knuckle cover off. And get rid of the upper control arm, which is still surprisingly in good shape despite the other one being all foobarred. Knuckle covers off. Haraba bushing out. That's a bad bushing. Come on, you bitch. Zoom to it. Thank you. Probably a bad bushing. While we're here, we're going to address the obvious elephants in the room, get the tie rods out of the way. Let's see what our power steering rack is down to. 58. I'm going to pull our spring out of here. See if it had any bad components to it. We know our drive shaft is bad. Pull that out. Go over here to our lower suspension arm. Now we can drop our cross member. Come over here. The wheel hub bearing out first, which I've never seen them come out that easy in real life. I don't know if this one had a bad, if everything was bad on it, but it doesn't look too happy. See our sway bar off just to get the hell out of the way. Everything looks good there. Let's take a look at the list. Outer tie rods. So we've gotten quite a few of the parts, but... Alright, so off-road tire B, we need 4 of those. Let's go to the back here and check out how bad... Oh my god. What the actual fuck? Did you leave this thing parked in a lake? Just to be safe, we're gonna pull these apart. And now we're gonna go into examination mode. I know this is probably shot. Imagine that. And the plate. I did for the longest time, and then got tired of all the rammers and shit. But I've been kind of itching to try and get back at it again, maybe. Like another control arm is all jacked up. Holy crap, this guy literally took the worst care of his car ever. Take this off, take that off. Make sure his solid drive axles are alright. Well, surprisingly that's not as bad as I thought it would be. What's up, Joe? Wow, you can actually diagnose the caliper cylinder. Alright, so we know what we gotta repair on this. We gotta pull off our U-bolts. Get that out of the way, get our spring plate off, get our bushing out. It's probably bad too, yep. Get that out of the way, and I do believe it was these 2 pieces here that were, yep, red and red. So to get around to that, we're gonna have to come around here. Pull the brake pads off. Solid drive axle out. We got a bad housing and a bad house, or blah, whatever the hell the thing was. The dust shield. Alright, let's check and make sure his other solid axle's alright, and it is. Check everything else real quick. Yeah, appears as just as shitty ass shitty ass parts here, but both of them are failed, so that means we're going to take everything apart, starting with the brakes, and get them off again. All this just to gain access. That off of there, and we got, did I diagnose? Yep, I already did that. We found the leaf spring bolts that are bad. Also another bad spring plate, and I guarantee you that bushing's not 100%. Not 60, but... Alright, list of parts. Have we found everything yet? Yes, we have. We have found a complete list of everything we need to buy. Awesome. So let's start with the back. Actually, let's start by just selling off all the shit that we know is bad. I won't deal with rubber bushings that are fucked up. Or tie rods. That's bad, that's bad. Get rid of these bushings. Always put new bushings in. Fuck with those A's or B's. Alright, So, there's not much left out of that vehicle that was not trash. We need 2 solid axle control arms. We're going to need the bushings to go with them. So, to the main shop, suspension. Let's go down here. 2 of those. We're going to need... Never hurts to buy a dickload of those bushings. We're going to need... Ah, crap, I don't know if it was B or C. Doesn't matter. We need 2 of those. 4 of those. Ah, haha, I knew it. They were axle housing C's. No matter. Let's get around to putting these new parts back in. I guarantee you if I put the shocks up on the front shocks on the, it's gonna be destroyed. Alright, wheel hub 3. Let's got a new wheel hub. I'll throw in our existing drive shaft. Put on our crappy brake. I don't know why the hell we'd be going through all this trouble of doing the replacement parts like this and then cheesing out on not doing brakes with it, but it's what the customer wants. So we need 2 shock absorber B. Alright, so we've rebuilt this side of this guy's car. We're going to put these parts that we still have. I love how everything springs on. Got a new shock absorber in. Solid drive. Spin around here. Get these U-bolts going in. Wheel hub, solid axle. This is where I don't like the mixing of old and new parts. It doesn't feel right. Now I didn't look when I took them apart, but how bad were the I know we don't need this or this. Well, apparently those are still good, so they're not shit, but these ones need to have the correct tires on them. Alright, so what the hell are the tires that we got on here? New tires. We only had 2 bad tires, but we're still going to replace it with 4 new tires. Alright, let's look through our inventory here. What is junk? So these are off-road tire Bs, 245, 45, 20s. 245, 45, 20. Off-road tire B in a... Whoa, they changed this. 45. 45 20s. We need 4 of those. So there's our tires. Let's get this going here. Now we got that take. Now's the fun part. Bounce back and forth. The part that sucks. I'm on our last tire. We've only got one balanced. Yeah, all 4 of our tires mounted. Now we need to balance them. So now we just stand here with our thumb up our ass and wait for the satanic washing machine, aka the tire balancer, to do its job. See, sometimes it's faster than others. God damn it. Quit dinging. Alright, so that's good. We've got all the tires. Let's go put the back ones on because we know we can there. Homie's got brand new tires all the way around because since he wouldn't let me do a brake job, he's gonna have his dookie rims, but at least I'll have nice meats. Alright, so we're gonna need 2 front steering knuckle C's. I need 2 of those. We're gonna need 2 of the shafts, but we'll start here with what we have as a base and we'll build around that. We need front axle knuckle cover. Dose. Put in our hub. So like I said, I'm not fond of doing. Not happy putting these brakes back together all funky, but whatever. Can't put the wheel on yet, which is good. Steering rack was not found faulty, neither was the sway bar, nor was his upper control arm. However, I am putting brand new bushings in it.
Dead douche canoe has left the server.
Alright, so I'm gonna go with 2 inner and 2 outers. And we need a front cross member C. That's the big ticket item. We'll drop the new cross member in. Now we don't have any of those, so we need 2 bottom suspension arms. Drop that sucker in with its new bushings. Everything was good on the shock, even though it looks like shit to me. It's still good. He does need 2 front drive axle A's though. So we can just go ahead and spin it around here, get the front drive axle put in, and boom, tire back on. Take a quick check. Yep, so this is pretty much all just gonna be stuff over here. As we put in brand new bushings all the way around. Good thing we bought so many of those bushings, we kind of need them all. Realizing how screwed everything else is. And I hate this being able to mount shitty parts on the new parts, but it's not a resto, so who cares? I'm actually trying to save up enough money to buy a decent car so we can restore one. God knows we've got enough bushings to go around here. Spin back around, we'll come over here. Get our other brand new cover put on, put our old crappy hub back in. Our wheel bearing in. Shitty brake disc, our drive axle. Brand new part. And since he didn't let me do the brake job, he's got new tires all the way around. Other parts now. Let's take a look at the list. We got everything except for the radiator A and radiator fan housing. So let's find the right side of the lift here to lower this car down. We need to go into the actual engine, so we're going to go here and then we're going to start the search. Radiator A, and I believe there's a radiator fan housing, I believe. Yeah, radiator fan housing. Which I'd be surprised if his fan is still good, but new radiator in. That's what I figured. You need a fan housing fan. Alright, we should be done with this dude's car now. 100%, and that's gonna net us 8 grand. Almost up to level 12. Level 12 is what we're aiming for, so I can get the storage. What was up with this Pagani here? Car is loud, grinding and shaking from gearbox. Find all gearbox problems. Alright, so we got a Pagani that has some problems. And while we're doing that, we'll take another customer job here. Ooh, RX-7 drag car. What's up with that? Oh, that's a lot of shit. Strange noise from engine bay. Can I not just do a simple job? Let's wait for the timer to run out on this one. Even though, you know what? No, we'll take a simple job. Now it's gonna take, like it always does, to load, but... What the fuck is that? What the shit? Are you even for real, dude? Are you even fucking for real? Well, it is a Vermont car, so... Not gonna... Oh, God. So what's up with this? Car's loud. Well, obviously we know why. The exhaust is absolutely fucked. Alright, let's work on this Pagani. All the way up, baby, all the way up. Get up in here and play around. Are you fucking serious? Accessible from the engine bay? God damn it, Bobby. So we're going to take these out to gain access to what we're looking for over there. Get the hell over where we're supposed to be. There we go, slick tire. Everything else on this car looks spotless. Now, where's the starter?
Endurance douche canoe has connected.
Alright, luckily it's a V8 starter, so we can pull it from the bottom side. Guarantee you this is the reason why it's a little jacked up. Oh look, and it's also got a bad clutch release bearing. I guarantee you the pressure plate is shot. Clutch plate bad, flywheel bad. So let's check. We found all of our transmission problems. So we're going to go up inside a gearbox here. We're going to get a clutch, a pressure, a throw out, and a flywheel. And then we also needed a... Oh look, here's one of our cases. This is what I was talking about. We need a gearbox V12B. Gearbox V12B, that'll be $2,100 just because you have a Pagani. Let's put that new flywheel on, and thank God this guy wants all new stuff on his car, because I would have to kick his ass if it was a Pagani and he wasn't opting for new parts. New clutch release bearing. Throw that sexy new transmission in. Which means we can now put our rear drive axles back in. These massive slicks back on. Spin it around, get over here to the other. Damn you. Come on, move. It's on. There we go, got over to the other side. That's what I was trying to do. Alright, let's put that back on. And then last, before we drop the car back down, we're gonna snake up in here and get the starter bolted up. So we've taken care of that part. Now we need to lower the car back down. While we're doing so, we will throw out our junk gearbox parts. And we're gonna open this case. Yes, I wanna open the case. Now this is where it gets like all Call of Duty. What are we getting? So we've got a gearbox, we've got an air filter cover, and we've got a serpentine belt. Awesome. It's all crap we can't use right now because it's not for our car, but yay. Oh, I have to be in the engine bay. Where the fuck's the engine bay? There's the engine bay. I love how the exhaust is all one piece off of the twin turbo. So we have the rear axle exhaust for the Hero that's bad. Exhaust. This should be real hard. Jesus, a $2,000 exhaust. Yeah, they don't mess around with these Paganis here. Double check, confirm that we have done everything inside of there. Yes, we can go ahead now and go into assemble mode. We'll get the clamshell thrown back on. Taillight in. Walk around here. Make sure he is good to go. That'll be $14,000 for that. Now we're going to take this laughing stock of a car here and move it over to the lifter. Take another phone order. What's up? We got DeLorean. It's a Lotus. Sam Spectre. aka Mustang. This one has what? Car doesn't start. Replace engine oil filter. This one just, I think we'll go with, what's this? A Mach 1 Mustang. We're going with this bitch. Show me that 1970 Mustang Mach 1. Oh my god. That's almost as bad as the shark car. Now what's wrong with this one? Car is loud, gears keep slipping, so it's just gonna be exhaust and drivetrain. But we're gonna have to pop the starter loose before we do the exhaust, or the well, hell, before we do anything on it. Need to pop the starter from the engine bay.
Endurance douche, number 21 Jason DeVries has connected.
Lift it again. See where the worst part of this exhaust is, and it's right there. Guarantee you, we found one of them. Ah, look at that, it's the front butt. Ah, son of a bitch. It's gonna be the manifold and the header. Well, the manifold in the front exhaust section. At least we can go through here and take out our drive axles first. More magic, we can go through these. So let's go through here and see why the gears are slipping. I can't imagine what it would be. Oh my god, look, it's a clutch release bearing, it's a pressure plate, and it's gonna be a disc in a flywheel probably. Never figured out that that's why they was slipping. Inventory. Oh look, we have another case too. In the meantime though, we're gonna get the bearing and stuff to do that. Get our clutch plate, pressure plate, bearing, flywheel. That'll be good. Put that back together, put our clutch plate on, our pressure plate on. Throw in a release bearing. Get this funky ass gear box back on, aka transmission. Throw in the drive shaft. And bolt the front rims back on now. Get over here to this part. Take care of our drive axle, which is all he gives a shit about, even though I would have been replacing that. Alright, so that's going to take care of his problem there. But we are going to have to get out from underneath the Sharkmobile here to lower it, so I can take the exhaust manifold off, starting with the shield. And yep, I should have checked that first, because that part needs to be repaired. Well, by repaired I mean thrown in the fucking trash. So now that we got that loose, we can go ahead and bring this car back up. Ow, smacked my head on that. Front exhaust section was bad. So we need a, what is it? Hold on, let's check our inventory before we buy the wrong parts. We need an exhaust pipe. We need the front exhaust section and the exhaust manifold I-4 single overhead cam. Need one of these. Need one of these. And then we need the I-4 single overhead cam manifold. Have we identified all the parts? Yes, we have. So what we're going to do is we're going to put in our new piece here, put our catalytic converter back on, sneak down into the middle muffler so we can put our exhaust pipe on. That'll get us out from under the car, because we don't need anything else serviced under there. Come back in here to the engine, get the starter bolted back in first, that way I don't forget about it and be all herpaderp. Put our new manifold on. And the heat shield back on over that. And this guy's car should be good to go. Boop. Done. And we still have a good ways to go before we get to our next level, so I'm going to have to keep grinding this out. Oh, what is this? I became a victim of a failure. The manufacturer claims it's all my fault that the ABS pump has failed and the brakes locked up. It all went downhill from there, started sliding, got a few scratches on the car. The important bit is okay, look the car over and repair everything that's broken. I reckon aside from the brakes, could use a new steering wheel and airbag would be good too. Wow, they added stuff. Ooh, 426 Hemi. Knocking from suspension. Yeah, we're gonna work on a Ford GT40. Right now we have dual Fords in the garage. For 63 grand, we should theoretically be able to buy a pretty fucking decent, Oh my god, what happened to this car? What happened in a past life? Who hated you? Awesome. So, lack of engine power, filters need replacing, timing needs replaced, brake system needs fixing. Good fucking night. Oh, looks like it's got a bad coil. What's the 39% or lower? Yeah, let's start by getting the motor here. These belts off. Well, I can tell that water pump pulley was down to shit. Oh, so is the water pump itself. Power steering pump is also junk. Up, 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 up. Fuel filter is garbage. I'm gonna take this off as well because it says it needs an air filter. Taking the base off just to make sure that the fuck. So our plugs are at 22%. Check and make sure everything here fits the bill, but we have to take this out just to get the timing. So it's not like we tore apart this guy's car. He's got a bad cam gear and probably a bad timing chain. Yep. Now let's check the list of parts that we found so far. Power steering pump. Timing, at least we got all that. But we're not gonna go, we're not done because we're looking at all this here because there might be some nasty things going on in this motor. I guarantee it's probably just something simple like push rods or spark plugs. Well, that plug was alright. So was that one. And that one. Alright, so all the plugs on that bank were alright. Let's check the rocker arms and the push rods. Oh, there's a bad rocker. Can I do an inspection on all these? Yes, I can. Fuck you, I have to... Take those off the car. Well, you know what? We're not even going to bother inspecting that because we're pulling all these regardless. But I've got a feeling that we've got a bad cylinder. They might have dropped a cylinder or two. So just to err on the side of precaution, we're gonna... Well, actually, it's not even on the side of precaution. We have to pull these out regardless if there's piston damage. Damn it, Bobby. Drop the manifold too, that way we can pull the cylinder head out. Take a look at the pistons, see how bad they are. This comes apart just like the Chrysler motor does. Oh my god, look at those pistons. That's what I was fearing right there, folks. Messed up pistons. That spark plug was alright, that one was alright. That one was dead. That one's okay. I'm gonna drop the exhaust manifold off this side as well, and we're gonna make sure that we don't need to do a double-sided fender bender 5000. Looking at the valve train, so far I'm not seeing anything out of the ordinary on this side. Might just have been bad pistons on one end, but I guarantee you there's probably messed up rings or rod bearings. There's a bad push rod. So me taking this part wasn't ill-founded. I just hate working on push rod motors because it's so time intensive. Alright, let's see what's behind door number 2. Johnny, tell them what they've won. 4 more blackened pistons. Okay, so with that, feeling confident here that I should bring the, come on. Get this oil drain thing here, put it under car. Drain the oil out, which, look at that, fresh oil and a nasty motor. That makes no sense. It does not make no sense. I do know it does need an oil filter. We are going to rip the oil pan off of this car, see how bad the... Oh god, those are so bad. Oh, the rod cap was at 47%. 41. 46. These pistons might actually not be that bad, but they look like crap. There's no way in hell that that's right. These things look like shit. It's gotta be something to do with the pistons and the rings then, because this is just bad. Okay, well that's a shocker on me. Oh, hold on. Look at this car. Yeah, it's gotta be pistons. It has to be. Pistons look like shit. Rings. Damn it. The rings were shoddy on that one. That one's alright. That one's alright. That one was okay. specking out the way I thought it would. There we go. There we go. Being a douche. Stop it. Alright, so have we found everything on the list? No, part not discovered yet. Starter looks alright. Only other thing I could think of would be to, well, let's pull the alternator off. Oh, the block's not bad. Well, it might be. Who knows? I'm gonna get up here and take off these rod bearings. So the crank looks alright. I'm wondering if it's a bad engine block. Which we can't do anything yet because we're gonna have to come over here and get the starter off. I really don't think it's the block, and we can't check the block unless we, well, now you have to pull out of the vehicle. Get the drive shaft off. I'm gonna come up here to the gearbox and take that off and see if we can find out what the hell's going on. Bearing doesn't look bad. Pressure plate doesn't look bad. The clutch plate, oh, that's in spec, so is that. Crankshaft is in spec too. Well, we got this motor ripped down to nothing, and we're almost up. Oh, we made level 12, so. That was the block. Knew it. Bad block. That's not good. I would just buy a whole new fucking crate motor. Totally would just buy a whole new crate motor over that. That's a lot of work right there. This guy just paid for a lot of work. Lock engine power, we still haven't found that. I guarantee it's the power steering, or not the power steering, but the fuel pump. So we found all that. We haven't found the brakes yet, but can I make my way back here? That's gonna be our lack of power. Yep, fuel pump and ignition wires. So the first thing we're gonna do is we are gonna buy a fuel filter and a fuel pump. And while we're back here, we might as well go ahead and service that. Put the new pump in. Make our way back to the front of the car. Dick. Get up there. Thank you. So we need... Oh look, we have a barn find location. Yes, please put that on my map. All these bad parts. Alright, so I took care of the fuel pump. Looking through our parts list here, I've bought a new fuel filter. We need a V8 power steering pump. So I'm going to do this part by part here. A V8 power steering pump. We need a crank or water pump pulley for the eye and an overhead valve water pump. Overhead valve, V8 water pump. That pulley needed replaced. Go through our inventory again. Air filter, overhead J. Ignition wires V8. That was the J. a special kind, or are they just the regular V8? I think they were just V8s. I know we had a couple bad spark plugs. So our timing chain and our cam gear was bad, so we're gonna need that. Cam gear, V8 overhead valve. Timing chain, overhead valve. Get that fixed. So we're basically trying to get all our parts here in order. Fuck it, let's open our magic mystery case and see what the hell we got. The fuck is that? Intercooler cover? It's like shit I'll never use. Hey! There's a header though for the car we're working on. Alright, so how many of the spark plugs are bad? One rocker arm. Two rocker arms. Three rocker arms. So we're going to replace three rocker arms. Now go into here and find how many of our push rods are bad. There's one. Two push rods. Two push rods and one spark plug. But the most important part is we got some bad pistons too. Alright, so we need the oil filter V8 overhead valve there. Take care of that. I want to get all these parts done so we can just go ahead and rapid fire rebuild this car. Get the guy back on the road. So piston with the connecting rod is bad. Two of them are bad. Three of them are bad. Three pistons. And then the block overhead eye. Fuck it, I'll buy an extra one. And a brand new Ford block. Alright, here we go. We're gonna start installing our parts now. Our brand new Ford block. Straight out of the box from Ford. Putting a shitbag crank back in, or cam back into it. All these shitty parts going back on. But, like I said, this isn't one of our cars, so who the hell cares what we do to it? The customer is always right. Even if he's a blistering idiot. Put our new power steering pump on. And now we can't do anything until I've got the crankshaft back in. Which means I gotta put the thingamajiggers back in the whoosy whatsits. Go ahead and spin on that oil filter. We're gonna drop our crank back in. Get an underside view of this car. But really really sucks is I'm gonna have to do the up down bullshit because I didn't pull the motor. I didn't think it was gonna require the motor being pulled, so that's why I didn't do it. So now we're here. This reminds me of the old CMS days where you didn't have an engine hoist. You literally had to do this up down reciprocating crap every time. Put our timing chain on. That was depressing, putting all this old stuff back on a nice looking car, or a brand new block. Put on our new water pump, so at least it'll have decent coolant fluid. The belt's back on. Put the radiator back in. Fan back on. And more importantly, we can drop in our pistons. And now we'll start the grueling task of putting the head back together again. We're slowly getting this side rebuilt. Reuse the shitty manifold because I'm not using that one nice, beautiful manifold that we just got out of one of the crates. Put in our spark plugs, make sure everything is good. Drop in our push rods. We'll start at that end and then this end because there's new rod going in. Really don't like putting old rods back into a fresh motor. Not very comfortable with it. So we'll do the same thing we did over there since it's going to give us rockers, and let's just say the hell didn't put it in this one here. Get this going here so we can get our valve cover put back on. That really depresses me. Such a nice looking block, and then we're putting all this rusty, musty bullshit on it. But we have to put our pistons back in. Okay. We got that one side already buttoned up. We're going to do the same thing over here. Then we're going to have to lift the car back up again because we need to put the transmission and everything back in. Then we're going to have to fill it up with oil. But I want to do everything that I can before we have to go back under the car. With this, we should be able to put the wires on. Brand new plug wires. Skip every other rod. That way it's like back and forth. So now the time consuming part. Let's get these push rods on and then it's weird. Now that the push rods are on, you can put the intake back on, which that's kind of mind-blowing, but whatever. We'll put this nasty ass thing on. Oh, it's probably because the ignition wires and all that weren't there. Yeah, let's put this janky carburetor on. Two-piece base, new filter. disgusting cover on. Back over here to doing our rockers. Got a little distracted because we built the whole top end back up. Our valve cover back on. Alright, so that's everything topside that we're going to need to do. We're going to go back up underneath the car. Luckily from here on out, son of a bitch. I'm gonna put the rod caps back on. Once that's done, we can go ahead and fit the oil pan back in. Get our gearbox relocated. Over here, get these in. Alright, so that's on. Oil pan can go back together. Let's not forget though that we need to come back here around the back side of the car. We need to put the flywheel and everything back in, the clutch plate, the pressure plate, the release bearing, the transmission, the starter, the drive shaft. And we still have to check and see what the hell the problem is with the brakes, because we do know it has brake problems too. A lot of work out of this damn thing. So we got that done. Let's go ahead and see what the deal is with the brakes here. Check our list though. Lack of engine power, filters replacing, timer replacing. So now all we gotta do is do some brake work here. Don't take a rocket scientist to figure out, but that's probably bad. Let's get around here and check these suckers out. Can't fucking see that. But I'm gonna bet that it's got a bad rotor. And I was correct. Alright, that means we're gonna have to go back here and we're gonna have to check the rear of the car to see what's messed up in the drums back here. You fucker. Okay, well I'm guessing it's not on that side because everything meets the minimum spec. Odd. Now let's check the other side, see what's up with it. Bad drum. Bad brake shoe. The wheel cylinder looks good. And let's check out everything. We got that. So we need 2 rotors, 1 shoe, and 1 drum. Right on. care of. Make our way back around to the front of the car over here. Caliper off. Oh, you jackass. Got part happy. Our new rotor on, our crappy pads. Put our shitty back together. And then let's not forget that over here we're gonna need to add oil back to the car. Double rim thrown back on. Alright, so let's check the list. Everything is done. That's a $20,000 job. This guy must really, really love his car. So what I've got to do is I've got to come over here and fill this sucker with engine oil. One, two, three, four, five. We're good. Pull the dipstick. Perfect on oil. And let's send this car off. Boom, shakalaka. Alright, now we can actually upgrade our garage, because we have made it to level 12. This will give us another lift, warehouse. Oh yeah. Let's turn around and check out our new digs. Boom, we got 2 bays now. Do we have storage? Can I store stuff in here? Thank God. No, I don't want to sell it. No, I want to move it. You fucker. How do you move it to storage? No, I don't want to sell it. No. This is the one thing I never pay attention to. How the hell you move things from... Oh, perfect. Look at that. Oh shit. I need to go through here and look. Take those back out of storage because those are parts that we had. Check and make sure there's nothing goofy in there. Alright, which there isn't. Alright, so that's how you work storage. We got that. Let's open our case and see what we get. Looks like a W12. Oh wow, check that out. I'm going to turn around and go back to the warehouse, and we're going to store that part, and that part. But now we have 2 bays, so this is actually good. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go look for a barn find. Let's go to the barn. See if we can find anything in a barn. We'll be closer on the road to restoring our first vehicle on this profile. So we're in the barn. Well, sort of in the barn. What do you got? A piece of shit. The turbo? The Alante, I know you can get some serious power out of this car, but it's the V6 dual overhead cam. take a look under the hood. Ah, I forgot it's rear engine. Can't fucking see. You can't take the engine cover off either. Well, unfortunately we struck out there. So barn 1 was a bust. Not exactly what we were looking for. Go check another barn. Let's go to the furthest one out. Oh shit, son. It's a Mach 1 that somebody has pilfered the shit out of. What'd you do to that? That Mach 1 has some potential. How much do they want for it? $23,000 for that car. I guess I'll buy it. We'll put it in parking because holding out hope for another car. Because I don't want to tear it all apart, because I know I don't have the welder yet, I don't think. If we don't have the welder, then we're kind of screwed. Which I don't see the welder sitting over here yet. Which means we cannot do body repair yet. When does the welder come into play? What does this one give me? Paint shop, dyno, and another lifter. Fucker. Put this over on lifter A because we're going to have to work on it. Let's try this barn. See if we get lucky behind this one. I don't know why it sounds like we're in the middle of a fucking tornado every time we go into one of these barns. What do we have here? The fuck is this? Bolt Chapman. Push rod V8. No thanks. That's a Camaro, dude. That is a straight up Camaro. Yep. An SS. Too bad we can't do engine swaps yet, otherwise I'd put a supercharged one in that one. But they only want $7,900 for the car. Fuck, I'm buying that just to buy it. That's worth its weight, just buying it. I hate now how you have to purchase the parts. Before you could pilfer the damn thing and then sell the parts for money. Now you actually have to pay for the fucking things. They won't let you leave without paying for them. Let me check my inventory. Alright, I want to make sure I didn't have any more barn finds in there. Let's just keep going down the barn find route here. Back to Tornado. Oh, damn. That is gonna be an old shit, what is this? This is a fucking Nissan. Or Mazda. No, it's Sakura GT20. That thing gets retarded power. And this is gonna be the Chieftain? Nope, Hellcat. Whatever motor was a pushrod. Ugh, screw your pushrod motors. Give me something that's a friggin' easy motor. Give me something I can supercharge. So it appears we're gonna burn through all our that's all, folks. Barn finds. We've only got 4 more, counting this one. They've all come from customer cars. We have bought 2 cars though, so it's gonna come down to if I can't find the right car out of these barn finds. One of the 2 that I've bought. A Ford and a Chevy. You fucking serious? Fucking pushrod motor in this one too. Oh, what the hell, an i6? Are you even kidding me?
Number 2 Mike Major has connected.
Oh, that's what I need to talk to. Hold on a second. Faggot. Faggot!
What up?
I watched you peace out on the
Yep.
Road Atlanta race.
Yep.
I was watching you drive around, and all of a sudden it went to static camera. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Are they doing a driver swap? Sat there for like 10 minutes, like, yeah, there's no driver swap, and that car's been hit.
Yep. I fucking looped it on lap 1.
That's what Jason told me.
Yep. And then it was just a bag of shit. I waited for all the repairs, and it was a bag of shit. I was like, fuck this, I ain't wasting my time.
Yeah, he said you guys were on pit road for like half an hour.
Yeah, he brought it in 3rd and fucking killed it that race, and I fucking sucked.
No, you guys qualified second.
Did he tell you about the black flag?
Yeah, because the leader fucked him on the start. Yeah, he told me about that. And he also had tires checked too, so. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna lose some my rating over that. It was a full GT3 field.
Yeah, it would have been fun if I didn't fucking kill it.
Daytona 2.0.
Kind of, it was almost the same thing. Drove the track the exact same way.
Ooh, fucking A.
I mean, I had fucking like 7 hours of practice last night. Never once looped it there.
I have found the first vehicle that we are gonna fucking restore. I don't know how that qualifies as an F-350, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, I played quite a few matches of that earlier. Holy shit! This is like a drag version.
What car?
It's a truck.
Oh.
It's a F-350 resto mod with a V8 dual overhead cam supercharged motor in it. Factory, it put out 782.
Damn.
Yeah, I found it in a barn and bought it for 10 grand. The engine's worth 5 alone. So that's gonna be the first project. I just now finally got up to a 2-bay garage.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I started from the beginning. Dude, did I tell you what they have now? Like doing customer jobs?
No.
You get like these cases, which are basically crates. And when you
Yeah.
open them, they give you like random parts, but they have like a level of like +1, +2, +3 to them, and it's completely randomized.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet. I kind of like it.